Hi and welcome back to Rad Riders. Today is the next stage in the motorcycle carrying camper conversion. It's the sound deadening. It's very important that you get this right because there's several products on the market out there depending on what you want to spend. In my opinion, if you buy cheap, you buy twice. I've used other products that seemed the same but they weren't, and when I got them out they just didn't do the job. I went for the brand Dodo Mat Deadening, and it's got excellent reviews. The first bit I've got is the pack. There's 20 sheets in there and they're pre-cut. I'm going to use those for the panels, the walls and the roof. For the flooring, I've got that in a roll form, so it's basically the same stuff but it comes in a roll. Same brand, Deadening Dodo Mat, and this is what it looks like. It's silver backed, so it's giving it that vapor barrier as well. It's very flexible. It's sticky back, so you just peel it and stick it on. That's going to be perfect for the floor. And these are the mats. So they're foil backed, so it will give it that reflective, as you can see on my face. But the main job of that is to deaden the sound. So let's get these on. First one I'm going to do is the back barn door. So we need to trim it down. Very easy to cut through. Peel off, and as you can see this is very malleable. Offer it up. First one done. Now be very careful on these edges because it is a foil and you can cut yourself if you're not careful. Wear gloves if you need to, or be extra careful. Now I know this is the same size as the other one, so I'm going to get a sheet, use the excess, nothing will be thrown away. All these extra little bits will be used to cover the wheel arches, which is curved anyway. So all your little scraps just keep hold and patch up with those. Starting with the door. Internal panels. That's probably about 80% coverage. I've put the strips on. Now I am going to be heavily insulating these, so they don't need to be fully covered for that reason. So any offcuts, I will fill in the gaps. The cavities are filled. And of course, the ceiling. Okay, so there's the first strip in. It's easier to lay it widthways. That's a tip I picked up from another YouTuber. If you're doing it lengthways, it's difficult to manipulate all those indentations. So if you do it widthways and seal it with some aluminium tape, it's much easier. So the artist just starts slowly, just peel a little bit back. What I did on the first strip was I peeled quite a section off and it doubled over because it's so malleable and flexible. It doubled over and stuck to itself. And could I get that apart? If I can't get it apart from itself, I'm never going to get it off the floor once it's down. So it's important that you do it right. So just start with a little bit and be patient. And get yourself a roll of aluminium tape to seal up the edges and seal the vapor barrier. And it's a simple cut to length, peel and stick. So not only is that now creating a sound deadening, it's also giving it an insulation layer, being reflective on one side, and it's giving it a vapor barrier. That's the sound deadening complete. The ceiling, the walls and the cavity was done with the mats. I was a little bit shy, but there was plenty left over on the rolls to make up the difference. I've actually got a little bit left over. The floor is complete. I've taped it all up with aluminium tape, so that's now created a vapor barrier. The van walls was done with the sheets. There was sound deadening in there, so I didn't go over the top with that. But then we filled the cavities with what was left after the sheets had run out. The wheel arches are going to be covered in insulating material, so I didn't need to cover that 100%. This is only sound deadening material. So that's pretty much as needed to keep the noise down. In fact, it might be a little bit overkill. But if you've got any left, use it. All in all, it's took me a couple of hours. So that's the sound deadening done. Next, I'm going to do the flooring. My initial plan was to take the plastic liner out, go to my local hardware store, buy some 12mm ply, lay the liner on top of it, and cut round it with a jigsaw and then fit it. And I worked out the prices on that, and then I looked at the kits already done online, and there wasn't much difference in it. By the time I've been in the van, I paid for my fuel, took my time, bought it, got everything out, cut it to size and laid it down, I could have had it delivered for not an awful lot more. So I've sold the liner, that one's gone, that's put £40 back in the kitty, and for £150 I bought some 12mm ply. That's cut exactly for this van, and that's delivered to my door. That's delivered, 12mm, all the holes cut in, and millimetre perfect, and should just drop straight in. But before I do that, it's time for a brew and a cookie. Gotta keep your strength up. I'm going to polish this off, finish that brew, and then we'll get the flooring in. Catch you in a bit. As easy as that. Fits like a glove. Worth the extra. That's the flooring in. So, doesn't it look nice? It's in 3 sections. Very, very easy to transport and manoeuvre. Just got to line it up and then screw it down. Well, that's it for today. I hope you've enjoyed watching this next stage of the motorcycle campervan build. On the next video, I'm going to tackle the insulation on the walls and ceiling. I've got the recycled plastic from Dodo Mat and the thermo barrier as well. So going to get that nice and cozy, tape everything up, and then it's ready for the carpeting. As always, I thank you very much for watching. If you've got any comments, please drop them below. I answer all my comments. If you like what you see, give us a big thumbs up. If you've got any questions, please drop them in the comments below. Please subscribe to my channel. It costs you absolutely nothing and it helps me make content like this. Thank you very much for watching. I will catch you on the next one. Bye for now.